Good morning and welcome back to our daily Bible study. Today we're on day 175. We're looking at the Psalms and we're looking at the different sorts of Psalms that there are in the book of Psalms. At the moment we're looking at Psalms that cover liturgical actions and pilgrim processions and things like that. And for our example we're using Psalm 84. I'll turn you round so you can see the text. Almighty Yahweh, how I love your temple. How much do I want to be there? I long to be right inside Yahweh's temple. Being there, my whole being sings joyfully to the living God. Sparrows nest there. It's a home for swallows, breeding their young by your altars, Almighty Yahweh, my King and my God. How happy must be those who live in your temple, always singing your praise. How blessed are those who derive strength from you, as they eagerly make their way as pilgrims to Mount Zion. As they travel through the desiccated valley of Bacar, look, springs break forth there, as the autumn rains replenish its pools. These pilgrims find new energy as they get closer to the God of gods in Zion. Yahweh, God Almighty, God of Jacob, listen, hear my prayer, and bless our King, the King you chose. Spending one day in your temple courts is better than 1,000 anywhere else. Better to stand by the gate of God's house than live where the wicked do. Yahweh is our protector and our glorious King, who blesses us with kindness and honour. He doesn't refuse any good thing to those who behave. Almighty Yahweh, those who trust you are so blessed. In their repertoire, the temple choir will have needed rousing songs to invite pilgrims to worship. Some, like this one, might have been sung by the pilgrims themselves to speed their steps on the way up from the valley. Others, like the Venite, Psalm 95, and the Jubilate, Psalm 100, were an invitation to come inside the temple and join in the worship there. Scholars think that many psalms are actually part of ceremonial liturgies. We've already seen psalms that might have been used at a coronation or a royal wedding on day 172. Psalm 65 might have been used at the annual harvest celebrations. Some scholars have suggested it was used when the first fruits of the harvest were brought to the temple, and others that it was more suitable for the autumn celebration of the end of the harvest season. A lot of psalms, particularly 120 to 134, are associated with the annual pilgrimages to the temple. In the days when we used the Book of Common Prayer for our daily offices, it was a relief on the morning of the 27th day of the month to come out of the shadows of Psalm 119 with its constant harping on about the Torah into the bright sunshine of these holiday psalms. On the whole, I'm thankful for the Book of Psalms. It cheers me up that on the whole they are not trying to make me more perfect than I can be, although they do encourage me to do my best. The Psalms are human, and the writers understand what it's like to be human and fallible. They ask for mercy and help from God, and only very seldom do they become preachy, racist or judgmental. These days, thankfully, the few verses that incline that way are not used in Christian worship. Well, tomorrow we shall say farewell to the Book of Psalms with a brief visit to the few that do try to teach us something. I'll be glad to see you tomorrow.